Hello and welcome to this week's Horse Racing Ireland's 5 to Follow. This weekend we have a quiet weekend in Ireland. We only have a flat meeting at Wexford on Saturday, Martin. That's due to the Galway Festival starting on Monday.
Yes, indeed, Sarah. Certainly looking forward to that one. Should be a great week in Galway.
Absolutely.
Hopefully the weather will keep up like it has done, and we should have big crowds, great racing, lots of betting and lots of interest for everybody.
Yeah, so just back to last week then. You had one winner, but you also had a few placed horses.
Well, yes, Stank done the business for us in the big race at the Curragh. We're a bit unlucky, third in the Rockingham and with a couple of placed horses as well, but hopefully this week we'll try and do our best. As I say, we only have Wexford, we have 5 selections there, and hopefully it should be good race. And there's a big pick 6 guarantee of 50,000, Sarah, just for tote punters. Try and nominate the first 6 winners, which obviously sounds a hard task, but the runners are not that big.
Yeah. So
it certainly is a nice bet if anyone wants to get pre-Galway expenses.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm going to make the first selection then. It's in the 250, the Sheila Shoiga Judges Ladies' Day rated race. It's over 1 mile and 3 now. There's 6 runners in this race, a couple of interesting contenders. Jim Bolger's Skellig, who's been placed in his last couple of runs. Also Long Away, trained by Ken Condon, who came third at the Curragh, but is stepping up in trip now at Wexford, and it's obviously a completely different type of track. I'm going to go with the Patrick Prendergast, Madam Mo. Chris Hayes takes the ride on her. Now, she was second to the Dermot Weld train, Tuscan Light at Wexford back in the beginning of May, and also came 4th then to Aidan O'Brien's King of the Romans last time out in Ballinrobe. So has a bit of consistent form. Obviously he's run on the track before being placed, so we know that she'll handle it. Obviously Skellig, the Jim Bolger trained horse, will go off favourite, so I'm just hoping there might be a bit of value there for her.
Well, yes, I think you're right to mention about the previous form at the track, as Wexford is a tight track. Previous form can be very important, and horses that run there once normally run there well there again when they go back. So I think Madam O is quite a good selection. For a second one then, I'm going on to 325, the Littlewoods Ireland Ladies' Day Maiden. This one probably could be a sharp price, all right. Trained by John Ox, ridden by Declan McDonough for Sheikh Mohammed, a filly called Papaya, who ran quite well when third on her first start at Limerick last month. Now the winner of that race has went on and won since, trained by Dermot Weld, Cotthree. The second one went on and won, and the 4th one went on and won. So the form is very strong. I'd expect her to be start favourite, but I think she should win. Jim Bolger has one called Mana Lisa making her debut there under Ronan Whelan. You'd have to respect that one, but I'd be surprised if Papaya actually gets beaten. So for the third selection then, I'm going to stick with Declan McDonough in the 4 o'clock, the Slaney handicap over 1 mile and 3. This is a more open race. I'm going to go with Benefit of Porter, a decent mare trained by Richie Donoghue, who loves fast ground, which I think will be in operation tomorrow. This one ran 6th in a good Curragh handicap last October at the big Curragh meeting there, and you know, I think while she's only had 1 run this year, she's going to be a bit of value against some higher rated rivals here. I think the key to her is certainly the fast ground. She won well at Tramore last year, and that is very important. Ben Baculla certainly will be a big chance for the Johnny Murtagh stable, and Something Graceful from Jim Bolger, obviously big dangers. She's been second on a good few occasions, possibly might start favourite. I think that's Something Graceful, but finds it hard to win. So I think Benefit of Porter, you know, each way maybe 4 or 5 to 1 is the way to go.
And Luke Dempsey, obviously, Johnny Murtagh's apprentice, takes £7 off Ben Baculla, which is quite interesting as well.
He's won 2 of his last 3 starts. He was disappointing last time at the Curragh, and maybe the handicapper might have caught up with it by now. But you know, at the same time, you have to respect it. But for me, I go with Benefit of Porter. And you've won there first, then later on, Sarah.
The 4th selection then, I'm going to go to the 510. It's a handicap 47 to 65. Now this is for 4-year-olds and upwards. I'm going to go with the Augustine Leahy trained Gragail McCree in this. Connor King takes £7 off his back. Now Connor King's riding out of his skin and he doesn't seem to be able to do anything wrong. So
leading apprentice at the moment, really is flying.
Absolutely in brilliant form. I'd imagine now the Jim Bolger trained Night Invader will go off favourite in this race, but I just think although you know Gragail McCree is an 8-year-old now, she's been very consistent. She's run a lot of times and always seems to be there or thereabouts, you know, so I think, you know, she'll handle the ground, should handle the track, and would have a good each way chance.
Yeah, she should be a reasonable price too, Sarah. I think it's a good selection as well. And then just to finish off then for this week at Wexford, the 5:45, the Gorey rated race over 2 miles. Interesting field this one. 7 runners facing the starter. I'm going to go with the top one here, trained by Johnny Murtagh, a horse called Manuka. Now, it came from England. It's actually yet to win over here, but it's been placed on 3 or 4 occasions.
Yeah.
Last time it was ridden by Katie Walsh to finish third in the ladies' race at the Curragh and Derby on Derby weekend, which was quite a good run, I thought, toward the beach of Felisa. I think the step up to 2 miles will suit it, and I think while there's dangers in the race like Movable Asset from Willie Mullins and also Star Power again, Jim Bulger, who seems to have a strong team tomorrow, I think Manuka can be another one for Johnny Murtagh, who has made a great start to his training career. Also, of course, tomorrow, Sarah, we have a big race in England. Yeah,
just talking about Jim Bulger having a strong team. He obviously has Trading Leather running in Ascot in the King George as well.
Yeah, so this is the top race tomorrow, and certainly it's sad to see St Nicholas Abbey, what happened to him during the week.
Absolutely,
he would have been favoured for this race, and it's sad to see his career been ended by injury. But even still, we have a very good race, and I think Trading Leather should go very well for Jim Bulger and Kevin Manning. He won the Irish Derby last time out. He is taking on his older horses for the first time here, and while around 9-2, 5-1, he should have a good each way chance. However, in saying that, I do think the French raider Cirrus d'Aigle will take all the beating. Very decent horse. And of course, Johnny Murtagh is flying lately, winning the Irish Oaks at the Curragh last week. And he rides a horse called Novelists, who is trained in Germany. He beat Cirrus d'Aigle last time out, and obviously will have a big chance as well. So lots to look forward to. Let's hope Trading Leather can do it for Ireland, but it certainly won't be easy for him.
Yeah. So next weekend then we've got obviously Galway to look forward to, the Galway Festival next week, and then we have Galway on the Saturday and Sunday, which we'll be making our selections for the 5 to follow then.
That's right, and we're doing a special preview later on, and I'm hopefully be up on the website over the weekend about Galway. The first 3 or 4 days we're going to have a look. Obviously lots of entries, not so easy to do it this far in advance, but we'll have a go at it anyway. And it should be a great week next week. Of course, Goodwood in England is also a great meeting as well. So for people on holidays, I think Galway,
busy week of racing.
Busy week of racing indeed.
Absolutely. So then we've got also the Ladies' Day then at Wexford to look forward to tomorrow. So if you'd like any more information on the racing this weekend, you can go to goracing.ie, or you can follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Go Racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.